It's a battle of two undefeated teams on Monday Night Football as the Miami Dolphins travel to New Orleans to face the Saints. New Orleans currently a 6.5-point favorite on BETDAQ. 48 is the total in this game. We mentioned both these teams undefeated. Maybe some people expected that out of the Saints. I don't think many people had the Dolphins at 3-0 through 3 weeks of the season. Miami opened the year with 2 road wins over Cleveland and Indianapolis, 2 wins that look better and better now as the season is progressing. And then last week the Dolphins beat the Atlanta Falcons at home. So Miami riding a wave of public favor right now. There's no question about it. 3-0, they've covered in all 3 of their games. Less than a touchdown is the line here, and to be honest with you, I think that wave of public favor is just about to crash. I think Miami is a little overvalued in this spot. Look, I like the Dolphins. I was on them last week against Atlanta. They paid me off in that spot. But in watching that game, I was reminded that they're not quite there yet. They're a pretty good young offense. Improving, I guess, is probably the best way to describe them. They still struggle to run the ball. Ryan Tannehill does some good things, but he's been sacked 14 times already. That's more than any quarterback in the league. So he seems to not recognize blitzes sometimes. He doesn't have some of the subtle nuances of quarterbacking down that his opponent in this game, Drew Brees, has absolutely mastered. Brees and the Saints offense playing at their usual high level. Brees averaging 319 pass yards per game this season. But the most impressive thing the Saints have done this year has been playing defense. The Saints 4th in the NFL in yards allowed. Remember, they allowed more yards than any defense in NFL history last season. So Rob Ryan, in his first year as coordinator, has done an outstanding job. And again, I just think that Miami a little bit overvalued right here. They're not quite ready for what they're going to face in the Superdome. Remember, the Saints at home, as good a bet as there is in the NFL. New Orleans 18-5 against the spread in their last 23 home games, despite being favored in 21 of those 23 games. So I just think they've got too much for Miami. I do think the Miami offense is going to have some success against this Saints defense, even though New Orleans has been playing better on that side of the ball. But they're not going to be able to keep up with Drew Brees in this offense. Matt Ryan shredded the Dolphins secondary last week. I expect Brees to have similar success on Monday night. I like the Saints here to cover the 6.5.